Our topic today is volume of a triangular prism. The objective is for you to be able to calculate the volume of a triangular prism and then solve some exam questions. Okay, so here we have a triangular prism. I would like for you to gather your thoughts on how you would calculate the volume of this triangular prism. Make a few notes there and then we'll check how to do that afterwards. So here's our triangular prism. As you can see, the triangular prism has a cross section which is a triangle. What does that mean? If we were to slice this triangular prism along that cross section several times, we would see that this triangle with a base of 6 centimeters and a height of 8 centimeters will always appear throughout because it's the cross section, and the length of this triangular prism is 10 centimeters. To find the volume of a triangular prism, we need to find the area of this cross section, which is a triangle, which you have learned to do in the previous lesson. So once we find the area of the triangle, we then multiply it by the length of the prism. So area of a triangle is a half base times height. So a half times 6 times 8 centimeters. 6 times 8 is 48. Half of 48 is 24 cm squared, because we are finding the area. Now we want to find the volume. The volume would be the area of the cross section, which is the area of the triangle, times by the length of the prism, which is 10. And that gives us 240 cm cubed. And we must put the correct units because we're finding the volume of a prism. Now, check your answer. The volume of a prism, or in this case, a triangular prism, is the area of the triangle, which is base times height divided by 2, and then times it by the length. So the area is 6 cm squared, and the volume would be 6 cm squared times the length, which is 5 centimeters, and that gives us 30 centimeters cubed. Well done if you did get that right. Okay, you will now have a few multiple choice questions to complete to check your understanding. So read the questions very carefully and select the correct answer. Okay, you should have gotten C. It is a triangular base prism. Okay, now read the question carefully and select the answer. You should have gotten B. 4 times 3 divided by 2 is 6 centimeters squared. Now try this one and select the correct answer. Okay, you should have gotten C, 150 cm cubed. Now read this question carefully and select the correct answer. Okay, you should have selected A. Base is 4 centimeters, height is 6 centimeters, divided by 2 for the triangle, times by the length, which is 10. Our final question before you get to the work pack would be to be able to do this exam question, which as you can see is worth 2 marks. Work out the volume of the triangular prism. Now have a go and then we'll talk about the answer afterwards. Now let's check. So the area of the cross section would be 3 times 4 divided by 2 because it's a triangle, and that gives me 12 divided by 2, which is 6 cm squared. Then the volume would be equal to the area of the cross section, 6 cm squared, times by the length of the prism, which is 20 cm, and that gives us 120 cm squared. Now it's 2 marks for the calculations. Normally, in the exam these days, they tend to leave the cm cube out, and that's an additional mark. So this question could be worth 3 marks as well. Hope you had it right. Now, I'd like to turn your attention to the pack. Here is a more challenging GCSE question, and it's worth 4 marks. Have a go at finding the length of the side of AB of this prism, given that the volume of the triangular prism is 84 cm cubed. Here is the solution to the question. Hope you had it right. If you made any mistakes, please go through the previous section of the video to clarify your understanding. Hope you've learned something in this video on calculating the volume of a triangular prism. Please give it a like, thumbs up, and subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more videos. Thank you.